It's such a vibey day. Today it's cold and rainy and green. It's wintertime here in Australia, so for those of you on the other side of the planet, it's getting hot in summertime. It's getting cold in wintertime over here, and yeah, it's a vibe. It's a vibe. So I kind of wanted to give my take on the future of YouTube filmmaking, and maybe help some of those who are just starting on the journey to maybe start in the right direction instead of starting in the direction maybe a lot of us have and haven't really found success. So hopefully this can help some of you guys out. I think one of the things that's dying out is tutorials. Now, there's still plenty of good tutorials out there and people are always learning and needing to learn, but I find that the tutorial market, let's say, is becoming very saturated. Therefore, there's pretty much a tutorial on everything you want to know. Maybe you have something unique and you want to show the world, but most of everything is probably on YouTube already or somewhere on the internet. Now, tutorials have been around since, well, like the dawn of YouTube, but I think Peter McKinnon is the person that made tutorials like cool. Like, he made it a cool thing to want to make tutorials. He made just being a photographer and a filmmaker cool in general. There was a lot of cool and awesome photographers and videographers and all that, but he definitely set a trend for this whole YouTube filmmaking thing. And he found a lot of success making tutorials. Like, he was the go-to photographer, filmmaker, tutorial guy. I think that, Maddie was making tutorials as well and all that, but obviously Peter McKinnon has had a lot of success with that. So I think when people jump into the whole YouTube filmmaking thing, they're looking to provide value to people, and they're like, how do I do that? Tutorials is a good idea. And maybe from the beginning that was something that could have worked, and I'm not saying it won't work now, but like I said, it's definitely more saturated. And like, I started this channel off making some tutorials and stuff, and some of them got quite a bit of views and helped out a lot of people, but that was because they were kind of unique. There wasn't like a broad tutorial that would bring in like millions of views. It was more of like a unique niche tutorial, but it only bring in a niche market, so the market is very limited for that, if that makes sense. What I've seen that's been successful with a tutorial type of video would be breakdowns. So if you had like this really cool short film or doc you put out to the world, and everybody's like, wow, that was awesome, and they want to know how you did it, so then you can break down that edit. And so that seems to be getting a lot of traction lately. I've seen people like Danny Caverts, a couple other people, Peter Lingridge, I don't know how to say his name. The other Peter guy. Those kind of videos, those kind of tutorials seem to be getting a lot of traction, but you want to make kind of a name for yourself, or a portfolio, so people can see the kind of content you make and be like, whoa, that's cool, I want to know how to do that. So then they start asking you for breakdowns. That Danny Caverts guy, I love this dude. He's such a vibe. He's so mellow, super cool dude. He's definitely inspired a lot of my taste going forward. I wanted to be more natural on camera, to have things less scripted, and to kind of go down the documentary filmmaking path, to hit up some people around here in the area that I live and make some short docs on them, and just kind of practice my documentary kind of skills, and maybe do breakdowns for that. And I still love making short films, and that's the kind of direction that I see is really thriving in the filmmaking YouTube community right now. Another thing I've seen that's thriving in the filmmaking community is vlog type content. I mean, look at the way that Matty Hapoya has shifted his content. Every video is a vlog. It's kind of like almost Casey Neistat style, but not Casey Neistat. He has his own twist on it. It usually starts off with what are those drones called? The FPV drone shots, and then he has him and his brother make a video, and it's really cool. It's a vibe, and that's another type of content that I like to create is the vlog style content, but also to provide value. So whether you're talking about maybe some camera gear, some kind of thing that may help you with your filmmaking thing, even if it's entertainment, just providing some kind of value to people through vlogs, which is another thing that I see thriving. And I honestly, genuinely think a lot of people will have a lot of fun making that kind of content because it's going to feel authentic to them. They're not trying to copy what Peter McKinnon was doing. They're just being true to what they're interested in. I think one of the most important things to do is create the kind of content that lights you up, because that's going to come off as naturally the most authentic and naturally the most creative, because it's the content that you love and you're going to try your hardest on that kind of content. So I think that's huge. It's huge to have fun, or at least enjoy doing the content that you're doing. It's not all going to be easy, but that doesn't mean you can't enjoy it. This is definitely my favorite color. This color is a vibe. And that like maroon red color and the greens, I don't know, it's just such a vibe. I'm digging it, really digging it. How many times have I said vibe in this video? When I think about creating a successful YouTube channel, I just think about how can I be authentic? How can I be true to myself? Because that's going to be the content that's the most interesting. I talked in my last video about creating an authentic foundation, and to summarize what that really means is to create something that is unique and interesting to you, something that you just love about a certain topic. So if it's filmmaking, what part of filmmaking do you love? Is it making documentary kind of content? Is it talking about gear? Is it making vlogs? Stick with that and just enjoy making that content, because I promise you that content is going to thrive way more than what you may think is trending or what you may think is the type of content that's going to make your channel successful. Nah, don't give any of your authenticity away to see what the algorithm likes. Screw that. Make the content that is true to you and make the content that lights you up. I promise you that people are going to know the kind of content that you're enjoying, and the kind of, you may make some videos that you're enjoying, and you may make some videos like the people are going to see that, oh, he's not in it, he don't really care about this. And some of the big creators, I'm not going to say names, you can see some of the big creators, they enjoy some of their videos that they're making. Like, you can tell the ones they really enjoy, and then they may have some kind of sponsor video that they need to get done, or some gear that they need to talk about but aren't necessarily like super stoked about. You can tell when they're in it and when they're not. So try to make more of the content that you're actually going to be in. Got the little pinky action. Go out there and make the content that's true to you and that lights you up. And I'll see you in my next video. Love y'all. Peace.